Right now, I am late in schedule because I have some like fun fact about this quote unquote production. I most of the time record them in batches. So let's say like I wrote in the weekend like how like how topics I want to talk about, the topics I have in mind, some things on the news, and then in one day in the morning around 1 hour or two, depending how long the topic is. I record them. Then I edit them out, program them to when they're going to release in YouTube, and that's it. I am late in that because stuff, life. I don't talk about my personal life in here. So yeah, but many things have happened. So I'm making this video a little bit of a nutshell. It's going to be messier than usual. Um, so yeah, many things has have happened. Many things related with the bubble. Other things about news. People's reaction, whatever. I'm going to be really fast. Number one, and there's this drama happened with this Mexican animator called Jorge R. Gutierrez. He's the creator of El Tigre. Basically, I honestly don't know if I'm going to make a full video about that because I don't see I see a point honestly, but also I don't know. Yeah, in a big nutshell, Amazon is making this like program, this fund to put AI with creators and give them like the best AI, and then create like shows or whatever. And they started that program with three projects. One of them is Jorge Gutierrez. Um, People saw that, and then people got mad because the thing is like, and this like I am genuinely debating if making this video related with I think the main thing we all should like the main reason why I personally don't like AI, why I personally um want restrictions, want protections, want payment, I want tax to the AI people, and all this stuff is very simple. And the reason being, it's all built with our personal data and labor. It's from movies to content creator stuff to your personal videos. The video of you with your children and playing in the playground is in the data center alongside the movie that won a million Oscars. So yeah, like AI will. This is the part I am generally. I actually have wrote like a video like me explaining all this, but AI wouldn't like this is the thing where I think AI is different for other types of technologies because AI will not exist without our data, without us. This is not like the thing of well we managed to create like I don't know like the trains, or whatever. No, AI in reality is trying to imitate people's really imitate our data, our works, our voices, our likenesses. Yeah, um, and that's the number one reason why I don't like it. Right now, there is like a congresswoman or a law. I don't know. Like this article became really famous. Basically saying like we should tax the AI people, and my personal opinion is no, we shouldn't. We should make them pay us royalties for the data they are taking from us. So if the AI is taking from this specific book, all right, pay the author of that book that specific amount, royalties. But whatever. Basically, Jorge Era Gutierrez, there he knows about how this happened because there are tweets, receipts of him explaining why he don't like this. The same reason I am telling you right now. And it's part like that it was so big. I have to return to Twitter to see it to myself. And Yeah, it was really big. It was really messy. Many people started to criticize him. Whatever. And one thing there's many things he said that I don't like. One of them I don't like, or I completely disagree, is when he says, "I was just trying to use technologies for creators." You know what? Creative driven technologies. And my thing is like, look around you. Like, a part of that project, the other two projects that were greenlight in Amazon, one of them is by BuzzFeed that took a character from an artist they fired recently, an artist that said she had a horrible time working at BuzzFeed, and she didn't agree to this. She said, "I don't want my character. It's like a cupcake, a pink cupcake, to be related with AI. I don't give my consent." And they did it anyways. And they actually responded to her and said, "Yeah, well, we asked her if she wanted to use AI with her character. She said no, and we do it anyways because we own the character." So basically, the thing as she says, but in a more corporate way. And this is the first. This isn't the first thing they do this. You know, there's a cartoon that is very popular on YouTube, named um what, chicken nugget, something like that. It's like a dog, yellow dog, whatever. And they try to do the same with that character, and the actor said, "I'm going to fucking quit. um I will quit and fucking um BuzzFeed if you do this." And actually he got like he went through. She quit her job, and at the end they give in. They didn't put chicken nugget in the AI, as she is back in BuzzFeed. Before that, talking about the other one, I want to talk about um this article I found. Let me see if I can refound it in my notes. Here, let's read this article with you. BuzzFeed says there is substantial doubt about its ability to stay in business. Oh. The news comes after years. No, a few years after the company shut down its new division and pivoted towards more AI generated content and quizzes. Oh. BuzzFeed lost a net reported a net loss of 57.3 millions in 2005. Oh, one of its plans includes for 2026 includes launching a new AI apps. So BuzzFeed is on fire, and the only reason why they are in wait, sorry. So the only reason why they are sorry, and the only reason why they are not in their same business is for AI. And the other one is like a children's um how do you say it? Like a children's company that makes content for children, type Cocomelon, and the character is like a music hunter something, and then you see the characters and the concept, and it's, oh, so it's literally a ripoff from K-pop Demon Hunters, that Netflix movie, and Cocomelon. So yeah, like, look around, Jorge. The people around you are not artists, are fucking companies. That's my fucking problem. Like, my fucking problem with artists that say, I am a rebel, I am an anarchist, and whatever. Like, yeah, I think we all should make um, criticisms to capitalism. Yeah. I really don't like when a video says, like when the criticism of video says or whatever, when they say, this is happening because capitalism is like this, and then they have an ad. And I say, oh, wait, well, if you hate on capitalism, why do you have an ad? Because we live in fucking capitalism. Because what other fucking country is not under capitalism? And not everyone can go to fucking China. And even so, maybe I don't want to go to fucking China. Maybe I want to stay in my fucking country. Like, this that criticism of the artists criticize capitalism, but they need corporations or whatever. Yeah, that's really fucked up. And honestly, like the true indie artist doesn't really exist because even the indie artists and put postings in YouTube, right? You are giving money to the second biggest company in the world, Alphabet. So yeah, it's like we live in capitalism. We have to. It is not like we have to criticize capitalism and the people that are benefiting from capitalism. But the problem is like, dude, you are saying it's artist driven. Look around you. Around you are fucking companies. So then he quit the project, and this only shows like there is truly not like something I make myself like think is AI has to be a mass appeal product. It cannot be something um a niche industry or niche people of industries uses. No, it has to be a mass appeal product. Like phones, everyone has a phone. For them, they need every single person in the planet to use AI. If not, the default whole fucking system wouldn't function. That's it. And for example, the other part of all this, related with Jorge Gutierrez, is like, yeah, it clearly shows that people don't like AI. People don't like AI in their videos, in their art, basically. Like, and this is not like in a nutshell thing with Jorge Gutierrez. It's also a thing with, for example, Sora. That's why Sora fucking died. Anyways, that's one of the stories. The other story, I many things happen like recently. Um, I will make a video about this. I am still researching. I have a few notes on some people I trust, some people I disagree on, but this is the thing, like the whole token maxing situation. I will not going to explain fully what the token maxing even is. I will just basically going to, yeah, a bit in a nutshell. Basically, many companies, including Microsoft, Uber, whatever, are trying to token max. What is a token? Token basically is the like this guy I need to like that token maxing video. Actually, I think I will make a little quote unquote script for that video. Basically, token maxing tokens are in the case of AI is the amount of computer power, I guess, in lack of a better vocabulary, related with AI. For example, it can be that one word equals one token, or two words will equal one token. That's it. Like depending of the word, depending on what you are trying to do. In the case of Uber, they say they run out of their whole budget for tokens in less than 4 months. So they wasted the amount of money they planned for a year in 4 months. Basically, they are all trying to make their users, their employees use AI and tokens as much as possible. It's getting really expensive. We have the other cases of many companies starting to straight up quit AI. For example, um, Pizza Hut, they have a delivery system. They recently quit that. Yeah, actually, I think they also had like a lawsuit because of that. Then they have the Starbucks. They had like an AI managed, like it was like for, how do you say it in English? To see the inventory. It failed constantly in many different Starbucks places, so they straight up quit. The AI stuff, and they're going to return with a regular person. The manager will like how they used to. And that, like the other thing about how Microsoft started to use. The thing is, like when I heard that story with Microsoft and Anthropic, the framing was really way different. Basically, Microsoft, it was telling their employees to use their agents from them or from Anthropic. Many of their users preferred to use the Anthropic one, but the bill started to come out and it was really fucking expensive. So, because it was so really fucking expensive, they quit relationships with Anthropic for their agents, and they started to use their agents at home. So the bill will go into them instead of giving money to other company. I want to say how, for example, the video where I saw that story, she framed it as, oh, Anthropic products is way better than Microsoft's. I don't know about that. It makes more sense for me to say, hey, this wasting a lot of money. We rather use the same product we have, but in per hours. The whole token maxing thing is really stupid for me. Like if you see it like face value, it's like, yeah, like I keep saying, AI has to be a mass appeal project. They are burning money just using it. Like they just straight up say it that AI is more expensive than like an employee, a regular employee, and it's like the point of, well, what do you choose? Because the whole AI is a tool. AI is a tool. A tool doesn't cost more than a salary you give to your employee. So you have two decisions: don't hire anyone and use the AI and the AI agents, meaning, and you are not certain that these agents would actually function. Or, like, for example, like between that, I also like new story of how Microsoft's agent deleted the whole mail of one of their employees. That's great, and like I said, like this is not the first um this is not the first person to this to happen. We already talked about how Anthropic's agent did this to a whole company, and then another guy that Copilot deleted the whole data on their folders without permission. So, or like you can choose that or hire an employee, a regular employee. But of course, how the climate of AI and whatever is right now, everyone is going to choose the AI agent right now. But of course, that's really, really, really stupid. Like straight up, like it's really silly. Like, and we are seeing more. We are seeing more and more of more and more of these companies, like non AI and AI, starting to give up on AI. Like this, like my part of my analysis. Wait, I have to see this. Fuck. Pause. Whatever. Sorry. I have to watch this. Sorry. Let me tell you really fast. This is my guy that I watch movie news from. The guy is pop culture brain, and he just made a video about the Amazon stuff. That I explained to you. Like let me read you the headline from Hollywood Reporter. Good advice: Cupcake creator slams BuzzFeed for partnering with Amazon AI created shows about characters. She says disgusting. But this is not the worst part. And the thing I didn't know that happened. and this from Variety. Tebeka Festival sets first premiere of fully AI generated films, Dreams of Violets. And it's fucking disgusting. It's a fully AI generated movie, quote unquote movie about the uh, Ireland war, something like that. Some fucking war. I don't really care. And then he talks about this because right now it's graduation times, and because it's graduation times, many people are talking the sorry. Um, there are many speeches. You know, already make a video about that. There's like the whole trend of fucking CEOs saying, "I love AI. I love AI." Like, oh, the ex Google CEOs say, "Hey, you will not have a job. Isn't that awesome?" And so basically, this guy, I think it's an actor, went to Harvard and say fucking fuck AI and we're gonna blow. So there's that's where we are. You know, like, there's a clear despise to AI. Like this fucking film, I don't know who's going to buy it. If someone buys and someone distributes that film, I will be watching. I will actively we will be speaking about you with you guys about please don't watch it for this fucking useless movie, whatever. Fun fact. In my late in the another channel I had, um, I made a video about 2026, and there's this quote unquote movie, animated movie that is partnered with AI, OpenAI. Is this movie like for a green monster, something like that? I don't really care. The budget is $13 million. $13 million. And you say, well, whatever. Like the whole thing about AI in creative spaces is, oh, it's going to be so cheaper. $13 million. Like right now, there's a movie made with an fucking YouTuber, cost $1,700. Not even the million, and it's a fucking success. And these fucking AI people say, oh, AI can do everything faster and fuck artists. Please give me $14 million. It's fucking stupid. And the thing is, like, since then, I haven't heard anything about that movie. Like, they say they was going to release it this year. So I was thinking maybe a fucking festival will be grabbing it right now. Like, we are close to times for the festivals. I think just Cannes happen. I really don't know. So yeah, that movie surely will not go to nothing. And this movie about the Iran, I don't know, whatever thing, the what of called fully AI movie, will go to nothing also. I really, whatever. Token maxing. We were talking about token maxing. So this thing is happening. The companies are giving up. Um, many companies are giving up on AI. Many, in the case of Microsoft and Anthropic, they know they're so expensive. Token maxing is still really expensive. Tokens are really expensive. AI is at a point where it's more expensive to have them to use than a regular salary. And this is the other thing. This is the other thing. You wanna hear it? All right. The whole argument of more times go forward, technology gets cheaper. That's true. That's actually really truthful. Technology does get cheaper. But the thing about AI is, I don't think that's the problem of AI being so expensive is not the lack of technology. The technology is there, but is well, maybe if in the future Nvidia is going to make an AI chip that will be equal to one data center, but the thing is, like, all right, will that chip will be able to handle the whole hundreds of millions of terabytes that AI data centers have. Like they have their data centers all around the fucking planet. Here in Mexico, in Israel, in Saudi Arabia, in China, in Taiwan, in the United States, in Canada, in other parts of Latin America. So yeah, I don't think this a reason. It's. I don't think the argument is technology will be no. I don't think personal. Like I know that a tech guy. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think that argument applies here. In the case of tokens, yeah, tokens will and reportedly are getting cheaper. By today, for 2014, tokens will get cheaper. But this is the thing. This is the thing. I want to wait. Wait a second. I want to. There is this phenomena. Here, the phenomena is called Gibbon's paradox. Basically, that paradox is if something is cheaper and easier to use, more people will use it. What does this mean? This means that if um, for example, if a token if instead of costing $10 cost $1, that means I will buy 10 tokens. You know, instead of buying about just buying one, it's like an hypothetical just to illustrate my point. I am saying this because like this is not how tokens work. Anyways, um, so if one tokens costs $10, I'm just going to buy one token. But if one token costs $1, I'm going to buy 10 tokens. Meaning more people will use tokens the more expensive more cheaper they are. Meaning more use, more expenses for the AI companies because more people will be using it. You know what I mean? The It's like the fucking like all of our stuff, more people use AI, more money is throwing, like more expensive it's getting for the companies, not for the consumer. If you ignore the whole data center stuff, it's and because of that, is the paradox, tokens. I wish I had the fucking paint. I really wish I had. Imagine I am. If you can tell, I am explaining this whole topic without a fucking script. Sorry, you are seeing my thought process in action right now. Imagine a triangle. In one point of the triangle is tokens are cheaper. That point directly correlates to companies, meaning more people are using even more tokens, meaning companies will have more expenses. They will be losing even more money. That correlates directly to the other corner of the triangle, meaning they will have to rise the prices, raise the prices of the thing that Google is doing right now. I made a video about that, but in a nutshell, right now, like it's a video that is in the one I haven't worked on, so that's why you don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, basically, you right now, if even if you buy the most expensive, Google Gemini subscription, you will for specifically for like the video where the guy that explained me that was a coding um guy, like a science computer science guy. So maybe it's only for computer coding stuff. I don't know. I don't use this stuff. They are stupid. Any case, um, hear me out, chat. Hear me out. And no, it doesn't matter if you pay the more expensive tier in a subscription for Gemini. You can only use the amount of tokens equal to 5 hours. So let's say you work really hard in this project with vibe coding, with AI, with Gemini. Oh, 5 hour pass, meaning you are locked from using AI because you already used your tokens. Of course, this is a clear example of even like Google with their whole Tank Quant, whatever. I will talk about that in a second. Um, they are also losing money in the tokens, meaning meaning um, their strategy is to put is not to rise the prices, is to have a limit. But this is the most interesting thing. Let's say you really grind and say like whatever, I don't care 5 hours, I can do what I want in less than 5 hours. And you work really hard and you work harder, quote work harder, use more tokens in 2 hours and you will usually use in 5 hours. Guess what? If you use the equal amount of tokens you will use in 5 hours in two, they are going to block you in 2 hours because you cross the amount of tokens you are allowed to use in a daily basis. And then you have, for example, Copilot in GitHub from Microsoft, and also Anthropic, and also OpenAI. All of them, what are they doing? Raising the prices from the subscription for their pay version. Why? Because of the corner number one, number two of the triangle. Tokens getting more cheaper, meaning more people use tokens, meaning more expenses for the AI companies. And that corner of these companies have to raise the prices directly correlates to the first corner of the triangle, the user, the consumer. Meaning, you will not only be using an dummy fucking stupid AI. If you use it, by the way, you are objectively based on studies. Like it's this is like straight up. This isn't my own um personal bias. This is backed up by studies, by MIT studies. You are dumber. Straight up. Like this is not. I am not saying this. I'm just the messenger. I am just a messenger. If you want to get angry with someone, go to fucking MIT. So you, AI user, you will not only get limited to the times of AI uses you will have with your AI, quote unquote tool, you will also pay more, even more from that. And the thing about like I try to tell this is just the beginning. Like in 10 years, if the bubble doesn't burst, if toca madera, if and when, whatever, um, it's going to get more expensive. That's it. Like the full paradox I already talked. Even if tokens become so cheap, that only means people will use it more. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the whole. Like I will make a full video about tokens and token maxing, whatever. But the thing, like, how, like you see all this stuff is happening. How the fuck this isn't a bubble? Like while hearing about token maxing, I heard this computer science lady. She said, "Well, they can just pivot to change the model how they like the business model." I don't think they can. Yeah, I generally don't think they can. Anyways, like two last things before I leave. Like that they're really in my mind. I have to take them off my mind. So part of the whole things that happened, Sam Altman, OpenAI guy, and Anthropic guy. Sorry, like there's there we go. And they both said that oopsie daisy, my bad, whoopsies. Um, I don't think AI will create a job apocalypse. I said a few years ago. I actually think AI will not be, no, it's not able to do entry level jobs. So I don't think a job apocalypse is going to happen. Whoopsie daisy, all that stuff. This is the thing. Like, what? Number one, the job market is horrible thanks to these people. By the way, number two, people are saying like, oh well, why are they are diminishing how much AI is actually doing? Why they are like they were saying like a few months ago, specifically Anthropic, say, oh, we have reached super intelligence. The Sorry, I'll try today. I am pissed. I don't know why. We just reached super intelligence. Let's go. And then you say, well, actually, AI is not able to do an entry level job. So AI will not take your job. Ignore everything that happened with the job market a few months ago. And the thing about that is, people are saying that they are trying to open their um, APO. What does an APO means? Basically, they are going to go public, meaning everyone in the stock market, I mean, everyone will be able to invest into these companies. This will be able to them to, like, I generally was thinking, like, how does this works? Because I am not a financial guy. I have some interest in the stock market, mostly like how it works and how to use it, like, without getting scammed. And thing about that is, like, I watch this financial chat, like she's a professional lady talking about the stock market, and she basically, like, she wanted to give like a general, not of economic advice because people can sue you from that, but more like a this is like the ABC of finances. And when she talk about the stock market, she basically says, yeah, right now it's not a good moment to invest in the stock market. Maybe you could be able to invest in other countries' stock market. So, like, I don't know, in India, you can buy stocks in the India Wall Street. But they'll say, I also don't recommend you that. So yeah, like, right now is not the best place to invest in the stock market right now. I don't really know much about that. But I think, like, I was generally thinking, like, stock market money, it's not really real money, you know you know what I mean. Like, it is and it is not. Is like when we talk about stock market stuff, it's like it generally sounds like fake money. I don't know much about that topic. Like, for example, I was listening to this person talk about, like, the OpenClaw AI agent. um OpenAI came in, they tried to buy the project. He says no. He said, well, they're going to give you money anyways. They gain like money. And then I heard this guy say, like, this podcast of AI. I say, well, I think because of this, blah, 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 they need to give them at least $9 billion. What do you mean 1 million, 1 billion, nine? Sorry, $9 billion to this guy that just make this thing that now everyone has suddenly? Like, I was hearing these numbers, like, how the fuck is this? Like, I guess, like, if you are an AI person, I guess so. Okay, all right. I don't understand these people generally. In this case of the APO, I was thinking in part of, well, this means like they can be able to get more money, and the answer is yes. I was researching. I don't know. I did an dot-com bubble video that will be releasing soon, and I was wondering, like, there were IPOs in the dot-com bubble. They were many. So generally, I don't know. Like, I was reading more about this, and they think like, yeah, they will raise a bunch more money. I personally don't think that's going to be comparable to, for example, the $1 billion money investors are giving to them. I don't think so. Like, I don't really like. Yeah, I don't really think that it's going to reach that much money. Maybe like the thing is for escalation, $1 billion for AI, it's nothing. Genuinely, it's nothing. Reportedly, OpenAI is going to lose $1.2 billion a month this year. $1 billion, it's nothing for these companies. Straight up. Indicate because they are going to lose it fast. That's it. And they have promise of making data centers that cost $13 billion. So yeah, $1 billion is not much. I don't know how much money they can raise from this IPO on the stock market. I generally don't know much about stock market, but I was thinking more about this. Wouldn't this invite more speculation to these companies? Because one thing about the stock market, public opinion matters in the stock market. Like, people, because they say this thing or because they publish this stuff or whatever, and people don't like it, the stock market can go down. Like, public opinion can affect the stock market. For example, like, when I was researching all this AI bubble stuff, I found this guy's channel. This was like a regular person, and he was saying like, yeah, there's maybe a bubble. I will going to invest anyway, but I know whatever I'm going to invest in these AI companies will not be the next Amazon, the next Google. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, a person, I think like they will just invite more speculation in their space, and I don't think that's something they need right now. And then I was reading about this. Like I say, I'm not a stock market guy. Wait a second. So there's this thing. Like, I forgot the name of this name. It's the 140K something. Sorry, I don't know much about stock market. I recently learned about this term. Basically, it's like a money you give. Wait a second. Let me actually. Sorry, I don't want to give you for. I don't know how to even say it. 401k, 401k, something like that. Sorry. Um, the thing what I learned about this 401 k basically is that is like I watch and someone explaining what the 401k is. Basically, it's a retirement fund, but is a retirement fund that is directly correlated with the stock market. Basically, you put $1 in the stock market, and then the government, I guess, or the stock market, I don't know what entity will match it. So you put $1, that entity, I don't know if it's a stock market or an agency or the government will give you one. I think it's a government will give you $1, and the idea is that money will stay there in the stock market, and will grow and grow and grow, and you will not be able to touch that money until you are 58, something like that, like basically in a retired age. Basically, it's a retirement fund. But the thing about that, and the thing about AI, OpenAI and Anthropic, open their APO to the masses, basically, is that is going to invite that if slash when the bubble burst, them collapsing and the stock market collapsing will affect the 401k from all the people, basically the whole retirement fund of many, if not most, of the retirees in the United States. And this is the thing. This isn't new. Like I straight up, this is new. Like this was all well known. And actually, I keep saying like the AI bubble bursting, that will not be a good day for no one. Yeah, like it, we are going to do a party in my house. I'm kidding. Yeah, like that's not going to be a good day for no one. Especially like, even the AI haters or people that don't like AI. Yeah, like we are going to celebrate that these companies will go down. Hopefully, Tocomadera, these companies might go down, maybe. Maybe other companies will stop the whole AI stuff. Maybe we're going to see people or companies stop using generative AI, for example. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. Toco madera, if and whenever is. Um, the stock market is going down, and that's going to affect the economy of the United States and many economies around the world, including my own. Like the Mexico economy is directly related with the United States economy, meaning if you go down, I go down. And also many countries that relationships are our economic are related with the USA. China will be also affected by the way. So yeah, I'm saying all that because public perception also affects the stock market. Yeah, no shit. OpenAI and Anthropic are now trying to take back all the things because investors love the fear mongering. They like when Elon Musk said the whole AI will be the next nuclear, will be more powerful than nuclear bomb. That created a big boner in Wall Street. But to the rest of the peoples, we heard that and we were horrified. Like if that's the reality, why would we even try AI? Like why would we do it if it's going to be worse than nuclear bomb? But now that they are open their IPO, SpaceX included, by the way, who generally, yeah, they will have to basically rebrand themselves, and they have to make a whole um, PR movement to clear their name from all the people. Will that work? Who knows? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go and find out. And the last thing I will say in this video is, um, so this is the thing. Like personally, I was worried. Why am I why I was getting worried? I was worried with the fact that we haven't heard much about AI news. Like if you really think about it right now, we haven't heard much. Like compared to last year. You know, for example, like last year in summer, we had the whole new OpenAI, OpenAI image thing, and then the Ghibli style trend happened. Then we have Sora, that also that also happened, and then we have the OpenClaw. This year, what we had, in related with announcements, like in the case, for example, I don't know, like I think the biggest announcement was what Anthropic's Mythos, and that's it. Like, and I was still thinking like, well, maybe in the summer they're going to do this also, maybe this OpenAI is hiding something in their bucket, and they're going to reveal it in the summer like last year, but they revealed that in April. We are no longer in April. Who know? Really, who knows what's and I don't like the silence. Like, yeah, I don't. The silence make me nervous. Genuinely, maybe it's my anxiety talking, but the silence make me nervous. I think a part of the DLSS 5 and the Sedan stuff happen also, but who knows? And I'm saying all that because I recently learned that Nvidia, Microsoft, and other company, sorry, they will be making an announcement in a, how do you say it? They will be making an announcement in a few days, because in a few days there's going to be a tech convention in Thailand. In Thailand? No, in Taiwan. I don't know. Sorry, my bad. I forgot. They're going to make an announcement. They People say it's going to be like they say the future of computers will never be the same. People are speculating what they will be talking about. Maybe a fully AI computer, like maybe so. Like they were also saying like in the future people will not own, like this is something that Jeff Bezos said. In the future, companies people will not own their computer. They will rent a computer, like like from the cloud, and you will use like the server, and the components of the computer will be in I don't know, in an Amazon warehouse. I don't know, and people will just rent it and only have like the screen and the keyboard, and that's it. Maybe that's going to be related with that. I genuinely think maybe it's going to be a fully AI computer, but I don't know. Like maybe it's going to be like a full AI computer that has like an agent directly built in the computer. I don't know. But I think like when I learned about this convention that's apparently is happening in a few days, maybe that the convention, these companies, OpenAI or whatever, will use it to and make an announcement of a project or whatever. I don't know. And then last thing, like the I don't know, that made me nervous. We will have to see, and yeah, we will have to see. Anyways, the last thing I will say is the next one. So when I started with the whole AI bubble new stuff in my last in my other channel, I talk about um for context, I started a channel around August. I learned the situation. I said, yeah, even though I think it's going to be close, the bubble bursting, hopefully, toco madera. Um, I said I think it's going to happen between next year, 2026, or the end of 2026, beginning of 2027. That was my prediction. Now I don't claim to say I know this will happen. Like I always say, I don't want to give false hope. It will always be if slash when. It will be is when it happens. In the meantime, who knows? But um, due to the second quarter of the year will soon finish in the ending of this month. Many people are speculating because that year, that quarter of the year, is dedicated for to analyze the whole company, results and outcomes from the companies. Many people are speculating. Well, maybe that time, the end of quarter two, when OpenAI has to um, be honest to investors and to give real numbers to the investors, that time they will. That basically people say they're saying that that's going to be the time when the bubble burst. I don't know. Like I say, I don't like to spec. Like this is the thing that I said that time. I don't like to speculate that much. I don't like to make predictions. I don't want. Not that I don't like to do predictions. More like I don't want to say something with certainty. You know, because who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how it will happen? Who knows when it's going to happen? I speculate it's going to happen this year or the beginning of the next one. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer. Maybe it's going to be tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Genuinely. Well, that's it. That's everything that was in my mind. I hope you like it. I think this was a really informative video. We talk about a lot of stuff. I will be making the whole dedicated video to the whole topics. Just I finished the ones I haven't finished, and then I hope we all meet in the future. Goodbye, bye bye, Tamo, bye.